Hello, everybody. This is Kyrix, welcoming back to another episode of This Week in Kyrix. This is for the week of Wednesday, October 30th, 2019, being recorded on Tuesday, October 29th of 2019, and I'd like to wish you an early happy Halloween. So, I actually have a chart. Not a chart, a list. Right here, actually. Because, as we well know, I get sidetracked very easily. So I have started, as things come up during the week, like they do, things that I think might be worth talking about. I decide I'm just gonna, write it down and bring it up. And there are a couple notes on here already. But we're not gonna get into those yet. We're gonna focus on a couple other things. First off, one of the worst work days ever occurred Saturday. Now, just a reminder, my job at work is I work in the back room on the truck most of the time. Or no, not most of the time. Most of the time I work in a section called One Touch. There are boxes of miscellaneous items called brake packs. And the brake packs, they can have pretty much anything in them. And my job is to take a scanner and sort the brake packs into the sections and sometimes the aisles they go into, and then send those to the floor for the other people to work. Like pharmacy, health and beauty aids. Those get really distinct things, like there's like 6 different sections for them, or 10 different sections. There's even more for the other one. Cosmetics all goes to one place, pets all goes to 2 different places, etc. Goddamn shark. Winkles, get off the fucking desk. I'd really rather you not. I would really rather you not. Fortunately for me, I skimmed right out of his fucking territory, or that would have ended badly for me. Alright, let's patch this real quick. So anyway, in addition to that, because that's only the start of my job, and by the way, people who've never worked in One Touch don't seem to think that anything ever gets done, that we do anything in One Touch. That just is their general impression that, oh, you guys don't do anything back there. No, we do a lot of shit back there. To the point where it's just fucking crazy. Get down! I feel bad that I had to smack her just now, but she won't stay out of there. Oh, interesting. Let's check that out. So anyway, that's the first part of my job. Sort the stuff, then get it out. Then I have to, I usually do this during, but at some point I also have to sort the different types of non-hanging clothes from one another. Then I have to hang the hanging clothes, which is a pain in the ass in its own regard. And then I have to sort shoes. In addition to that, when it comes back, I have to put all the totes back away. I have to pack up the boxes, sweep out the area. There's a huge thing. Generally keeps me incredibly busy. Well, Saturday we had a double truck from out of nowhere that wasn't supposed to happen that day. But it did. And it was a mess. It was a fucking mess. Part of it was us being short-staffed, and part of it was the supervisor not making good decisions. Like, One Touch is not ever supposed to go to lunch until everything is delivered. Now, everything can have a bit of an asterisk. The stuff that goes to the main GM side, the stuff that goes on pallets, for example, that can wait. Sometimes. It depends on how urgent the need is. But pharmacy, health and beauty aids, and, what's the other thing? Cosmetics and pets all have to go out immediately before anyone in One Touch goes to lunch. And he sent us both to lunch before that shit was done. That is, as you might imagine, not good, and it fucked us really badly. But long story short, I stayed 2.5 hours late and didn't even make a dent in the shit we were supposed to have done. And it wasn't our fault. There was so much shit, and they weren't getting off the truck fast enough, and on top of that, there was just a bunch of other crap. The entire day was just a complete wash. And, okay, so, in my notes, I mentioned staying late at work. That's a thing. Right now, overtime is gone. It's completely off the table. For a couple more weeks until we get somewhat into November, closer to Thanksgiving and Black Friday specifically. And, I think this is what I'm looking for. Yeah? No? Maybe? Maybe. No, not here. I'd love to know where that actual beacon ended up. But anyway, until that, we don't have any overtime. So, 40 hours or less per employee per week, period. Well, recently, I have been scheduled for both this week and next week, and I think the week after that for 32 hours, with 3 days off in a row, which is nice, but also bad, because I need the money. So what I've been doing is staying an hour plus every night to make up the lack of cash. Nope, not fucking with that, not fucking with that, not fucking with that. Okay, now here's a big one. And I'm surprised this one didn't cost me at work in a big fucking way. Whoops, sorry. The other night, it's late, I'm doing my usual insomnia thing where I don't get to bed on time. And we are approaching, what was it, like 5, 6 o'clock, But anyway, Oreo hops up on the bed next to me. And she is, just being weird. There's really no other way to describe it. She's being fucking weird. And I can't make heads or tails of why she's acting this way, because this isn't in her normal frame of behavior. She doesn't do shit like this. She's, scratching me, for one thing, pawing at me. And she paws at me a lot. That's something all the cats do. They'll all paw at me for one reason or another. But Oreo is really good with her paws, usually. Like, she doesn't scratch. If she needs my attention, she'll bat at me. But she doesn't, dig into me, and she certainly doesn't do it while she's just sitting next to me. So naturally, this behavior is confusing me in a big fucking way, because she just doesn't do this. And I'm half asleep at this point. I don't want to deal with any bullshit. I'm trying to get to sleep so that I can go to work on time, right? And light's very dim. About the only light is my little screen TV, which is just blue. The blue light that comes standard with that shit. But I can see barely. There's just enough light for me to notice that Oreo has her mouth open. And anyone who's had cats knows that's not a normal thing. Cats, as a rule, don't just sit around with their fucking mouths open. And that immediately sets off a flag, because sometimes they'll do it. It's not normal for them to do it, but sometimes they will just have their mouth open. There's a specific type of sniffing they do with their mouth open. Domestic cats usually don't do it, but mine have all done it at some point. You know, if there's something that particularly has their attention, they'll put extra receptors in, for lack of a better phrase. Right? And it looks like Oreo is doing that. And then I take a closer look at her, and it looks like she's gagging on something or choking. Turns out part of her collar had threaded off and gotten stuck in her throat. You know, and that she was basically choking on her collar. And I had this, I think, was actually Saturday night, or Sunday night, rather, Sunday morning when I'd come home from that 2.5 extra hours where nothing got done. Because I remember thinking to myself, wow, if I had stayed the extra time that I wanted to stay, she could have died. Or if I'd been a little less attentive or a little more asleep, like I wanted to be, something really bad could have happened to her. And I just thought to myself, horrified, could you imagine that? That was probably the worst way a pet could possibly die, is to just choke to death, inches from the one person who could help you, and they don't even see it. You know, just imagine how horrible that would be for her. That's, I mean, I'm daddy. I'm the one she trusts to help her and protect her and save her. And to just do nothing? That's just fucked up. Nothing about that is good, you know? And it just kind of messed with me. But fortunately, I was paying attention. I was very much on the ball, and Oreo was fine. You know, I managed to get the collar off her and get the thread out of her throat. No problem. No issues at all. I then promptly took Willow's collar off because hers was likewise shredded all to hell, and I didn't want her choking when I was at work. Winkles and Betsy kept theirs because their collars are in much better shape. But yeah, that was a scare I had. I have been blazing through the Digimon Let's Play, which is still fun. Still having a lot of fun with it. I honestly, within 2 weeks at the rate I've been going, within 2 weeks I'm probably going to be done with it completely, which is fine. Then I can actually loan it to my friend. She actually asked me at League today, like, hey, when do you think you're going to be done with Digimon? Because I want to play it. I'm like, well, I'm getting close. I have also started the Force Unleashed and Rogue Galaxy Let's Plays, both of which I expect to be rather fun. I would really love to fucking know where the hell my entrance is here. Because I've abruptly lost it. The only thing I can think is that something ate my beacons. So we're going to go over here to Beacon 4, because I think that's got a chance of being correct. So, Pokemon League happened today, and it was a big one, the Halloween tournament, which had a prize. A prize that I basically ordered at the last minute, because there were financial issues and confusion about prices and whatnot. The prize in question was a cute Pumpkaboo plushie, Pumpkaboo being a Gen 6 Pokemon. It is a grass ghost Pokemon that's a pumpkin ghost, basically. And it is super cute. And just, I love it to death. And I got it on eBay from what appears to be a first-time seller. Like, this person basically had, like, no feedback before I bought this. I think they're up to, like, 2 or 3 now. And when I did that, I was minorly worried, but then I'm like, no, you know what? If they don't come through, this is on my card this time, so it's not going to be like that one time where I tried to get Van Dread on DVD, and I sent the money order after the person's account got canceled and never saw that money again. That kind of thing. Well, this is not the way I thought I'd go in, but hey, if it works, it works. And you done fucked up. You could have lived. Now you're going to die. But yeah, I got the Pumpkaboo plushie. One of these of a similar quality would, at my work or on the website for my work, because my work doesn't actually carry it, would have run me about $20. I got this for about $8, and that's with the tax. I basically set it up so that if I reach maximum bid, that plus shipping wouldn't take me over $10. And I only paid like a fraction of that, so price plus shipping came to like $8.50 or something. And they sent a cute little card, which was nice, basically thanking me for buying it, saying, hey, we value our customers, that kind of thing. Very nice, very, very much appreciated it. And I basically sent them a message on eBay saying, hey, don't worry, you're going to get positive feedback. Because really, unless you drastically fuck up, I'm always going to give positive feedback. It's just how I work. If I get my item and there's no fuck-ups, you get positive feedback. That's just how I do things. Alright, you little son of a bitch. Come here. Yeah, turn around. Face death with dignity, you fucking crab. Leave my goddamn ride alone. So anyway, when I won it, I was a little concerned because the thing said it could arrive anytime between, a couple days ago and the 30th. And the 30th would obviously be far too late to do anything for me because, tournament's today, the 29th. Fortunately, it got here in plenty of time, and it was adorable. It was in good shape, very cute, good size, just about as big as my Larvitar and my Chikorita plushies. So, no biggie there. And yeah. So that brought me to the potential heartache of, ooh, this is a tournament prize. I still have to win this, Alright, I think the game has eaten several of my beacons, because I do not see my base. I do not necessarily see my Cyclops anywhere. Okay, there's the Cyclops, there's the base. Alright, perfect. Oh god, I just realized something. Okay, good. I'm about to say, please tell me I have a backup power cell, because even if I did have the solar generator on this, and I don't, I'm not only too deep for the sun to penetrate, but there's a cave overhead. But anyway, I would have to win this little cutie pie to take it home. Well, to keep it home. To take it back home, because it started off in my home. Fortunately, that's what I did. I won. And it was hard fought, too, because I want this plushie, so I broke out the dirty tricks. I brought out some heavy hitters. I did not play fair, and I did not pull my punches. And even then, I almost lost. Hey, guess what isn't at all affected by EMP? That's right, my fucking C-scooter and my knife. Oh, and me. Fucking act like you don't know I'm back here. Hard to believe there used to be a time where I was afraid of these fucking things. Of course, back then I didn't know how easy they were to kill. So yeah, Pokemon went off really good. A couple factors won it for me. And my opponent brought out some heavies of her own. She had a Noivern, Lunala, which anyone who knows me knows I have trouble with Lunala. Lunala is very hard for me to counter with my playstyle and the Pokemon I like to use. So she had Lunala on the field, she had Noivern, she had Yveltal, which is something I was using, and she had Darkrai, and she had a couple other things. But those are 4 big hitters. And we both had the same idea, we both led with Yveltal. Well, here's where the perks come in. I EV train and she does not. And normally that's a point of pride for her, that she can hold her own without EV training. But here's where the problem comes in. When you have 2 Pokemon that are functionally identical, like hers was modest, mine was timid, and mine was EV trained and hers was not. So on paper, what it means is that hers would hit harder, but mine would hit first. Well, here's the problem. Because she didn't EV train, she didn't have access to her full potential, and I did. So in practice, I had the better Pokemon all around. Like, I hit harder, I hit faster, I had more hit points, and so on and so on and so on. But this really came into play with Noivern, which, again, we both led with Noivern. I had 3 major factors in my favor that made my Noivern trump hers. The first was, again, I EV train and I IV breed, so I was working with better numbers. Just flat out better numbers. Secondly, I had an item and she did not. I don't remember why she didn't. She mentioned it. Or maybe she had a different item. But the item I had was called Wide Lens, which boosts my accuracy. And this helped me because I had a move called Hurricane, which hits like a fucking truck, but has really horrible accuracy. Now, not really horrible like you're never going to hit with it, but really horrible like it's generally not something you want to bet the farm on, because chances are it's going to fail you at the moment you need it the most. And not gonna lie, it does that a lot. A lot. But it didn't do that here. I mean, I did miss one of the attacks, but it didn't cost me the game, and it didn't even come close to costing me the game. So, her Noivern and my Noivern went head-to-head. And my Noivern knew a dragon move, and hers did not. And that is what screwed her, because mine was faster, mine was stronger, mine had better defenses, mine had more hit points. And mine had a move that could kill hers, and hers did not. So I came out ahead in a big way in that engagement. Just flat out, I trumped her. Second off, my Noivern then went up against her Yveltal, which Yveltal is a deadly Pokemon. It is one of my... It is not one of... It is my signature legendary. If I'm going to use a legendary, chances are that's the one it's going to be. And hers knew a move called Sucker Punch, and this is what screwed her over. What Sucker Punch does is if your opponent picks an attacking move that is not priority, meaning it automatically goes first, then Sucker Punch will go first and it will hit them. If they did not do an attacking move of any kind, however, they will miss. It will do nothing to them. And my Noivern knew a move called Roost, which says, hey, for the next turn, you're not a flying type anymore, but you gain half your health back. Because my Noivern got its ass kicked in the process of defeating her Noivern. I mean, I still won, but I wasn't exactly, doing victory laps, if you know what I mean. And so when Yveltal came out, I'm like, okay, I know for a fact I'm faster. Noivern is an incredibly speedy Pokemon. I'm going to outspeed her, so I'm going to Roost, get some of my hit points back, and hope I can tank the Oblivion Wing that I know is coming. Well, the Oblivion Wing didn't come. Sucker Punch did. Fun thing about Roost, it's not an attack, so Sucker Punch didn't trip. So I got half my health back. However, half my health didn't look like half my health to me simply because of how much damage I had taken. So I decided I'm going to roost again. She tried to sucker punch. Boom, now she's got a full hit point Noivern to deal with. Pretty sure that's not supposed to be in this room. Whatever. So anyway, let's take a look here. The shield generator, definitely. Computer chip, advanced wiring kit. I should eat while I'm here. Oh, I can't eat while I'm here. So yeah, we're just going to let this thing charge for a couple minutes. So anyway, now Noivern is at full health up against Yveltal. I'm not doing particularly hot in terms of ways to take this thing down, so I just nickel and dimed it as best I could, and did an appreciable amount of damage to it, all things considered. Not as much as I would have liked, but enough that, she wasn't exactly gloating when she took him down. So then I switch in my Yveltal, and this is where the numbers game kicks in. I just had better stats, and I had an item that made it more viable for me. I mentioned earlier a move called Oblivion Wing. That is the signature move of Yveltal. What it is it's a flying type move, and it heals you for half the damage you deal. Well, I had an item on me called Big Root. Big Root says, no, you don't heal for half, you heal for 3/4. So I was getting so much more of my stuff back every time I attacked. I was doing a little bit more damage than her, and since I went first, I would hit her and then heal back most of the damage she did to me. Then she'd hit me back and heal for some of the damage I did to her, and this would just go back and forth until I won. And in the end, I took her down with only 2 Pokemon remaining. And it was a really near thing. Actually, no, I think I had 1 Pokemon remaining. But I took it. I beat her. What do I need for computer chip again? Fuck, not enough. Okay. Copper wire and some gold. I fucking knew I should have brought more coral, but it doesn't matter. I can go back and get some later if I need it. Two more gold and a computer chip. Gold is relatively easy to come across down here. I'm not super concerned. No reason not to, right? But yeah, like I said, all in all, it went pretty well for me. Let me check something. Does this protect me from this shit now, or no? Cool, now I can dip in the brine. Nice. Alright, that's cool. That's real cool, actually. I'm pretty sure I had polyaniline on me somewhere. Was it in here? Hydrochloric acid, no. 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 What is polyaniline again? I can never remember. It's getting close. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention last week. I saw Zombieland 2, and it was pretty good. For some reason, I had some concerns about it, like, oh, I don't think this is going to be as fun as I want it to be. But no, it was just fine. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Ah, a gold and a hydrochloric acid. Okay, cool. Perfect. I can do that. I can do lots of that. Isn't there gold down here somewhere? No, there's lots of that uranium shit. Okay. Give me a single gold. Hopefully I didn't need that for something. Need that, and need that. Perfect. Just check here. Scanning room only needs 1 gold. Okay. Perfect. I've got enough gold then. Why am I going up here? I shouldn't go up here. Perfect. And I think those use the mushrooms that are just growing all over the place down here. The hydrochloric acid, I mean. I think there's, like, places fucking infested with them. Something like that. Yeah, right here. These are deep shrooms, right? Oh, yeah. No issues. No issues at all. Meh? Getting the damn Cyclops. Hell was that all about? Oh. I needed it. God damn it. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go. There we go. I've got enough health, or not enough health, I've got enough fuel. It's fine, it's recharged, and I didn't even need to use my power cell for it. So, let's go back and get my other thing. Okay, there we go. Let's go back and get my prawn, shall we? Oh, please tell me that wasn't the sound I think it was. For the love of God, tell me that wasn't what I think it was. If that was me blowing up my Seamoth, I'm going to fucking cry. I just blew up my goddamn Seamoth, didn't I? Gonna turn around. Nope, it's gone. Okay, we're loading. Yeah, 34 minutes. Now I know where I'm going, and I also know certain items I'm gonna want to get. That was... I'm not blowing up my fucking Seamoth, okay? Just not gonna fucking happen. I've already lost one. I'm not losing another one. Period. So, the girls all go to the vet tomorrow. That'll be fun. I'm also going to get flea pills from Maya and Betsy. And I am going to finish reserving the Sword and Shield dual pack. So that means come the 14th of next month, around midnight, I'm going to drive on up to GameStop via my friend's vehicle, pick up Jedi Fallen Order, pick up Sword, pick up Shield, and we're good. And in the next couple weeks, I'm going to start pulling overtime again, and I should hopefully have the money to reserve Ancestors, The Humankind Odyssey, when it finally comes up for pre-order, and Kakarot as well. Hopefully, tomorrow I will remember to get on the line, call Nintendo, do something about my Switch dock, because it's all fucked up right now.
Warning. Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline. Power restored. All primary systems online.
Do I have any gold? Should have gold. I have gold. Let's use the gold. Okay. Alright, I need the polyaniline. That requires some gold, which I have. And I need another computer chip, which I believe also requires gold. Yeah? Did I not get all the gold? Huh. Okay, whatever. Haha, enough of your bullshit. Alright, I need the little nodes now, please. Little resource nodes, please. Also, some coral would be nice. But mostly resource nodes that contain gold. That one. That's not gold. That's gold. Ah, okay. That's lead, which, as it turns out, is also not gold. It's amazing how many things aren't gold, right? That is incorrect. That is also incorrect. Come here. I'm game. Come on. Come out and play, bastard. There you are. Hi. No fun when I bite back, is it? Piece of shit. Fucking cowards. Perfect. Huh, forgot I still had stuff in here. Okay. It's interesting. Oh, I forgot I had that Nutripack, too. Right, somewhere near here should be some, coral. There we go. That's all we need. Okay, let me just double check see again. I have this, I need the polyaniline, that just needs some gold. Computer chip. What did this used to be, I wonder? I suppose it doesn't matter now. Swoosh. Oh, I left the Seamoth back there. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, that accomplished very goddamn little, didn't it? Okay, okay. This time I'm gonna just bite the bullet and fucking give it the what's it. Just put the new power cell in. Also gonna save so I don't have to do any of that again, because I'll forget.
Aboard, Captain.
Of course, if I really wanted gold, all I had to do was disassemble some of those tethers. Ow. Yeah, that was entirely my fault. So, in a rare change of pace, I actually have food for a change. And I'm off tomorrow, so that's nice. Even though I will be spending almost the entire day in Largo, most likely. Unless I can get my aunt enough gas to take me back home. The funny thing is, even when I get down here to this base area, I don't think I have the materials I need to access it. But again, this isn't necessarily an attempt to beat the game anyway. This is just me exploring, really. Enjoying what this game has to offer. And hating those fucking sharks. I am excited with the prospect that at some point, Subnautica Sub-Zero or whatever, the Arctic one, the sequel to this, might come to PS4 and then I can play that. I don't know if Markiplier's been playing it more or if he stopped while the game updates, because as far as I know, it's still very much in beta. But I did like the look of it from before. What little of it I actually saw. I think I hear crab squids, but that won't be too much of a problem right now. I'm way too far ahead to worry about those. Kind of weird how used to this place I am by now. It's just kind of home now, at this point. Oh, there's Biggie. Leave Big Boy to his own fucking devices. That literally boiled my hull. Not good. Interesting though, gotta give it that. Okay. This way, I'm going this way. You know, the funny thing is I could just get into the fucking moon pool with this thing. And it's not so low that it'll shatter it in 1 minute, you know. I could probably get it down to the moon pool, repair it, run it up top, repair it some more, that kind of thing. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So yeah, that shit'll corrode my hull, but not my skin anymore, now that I got that reinforced dive suit. So, yeah, Zombieland 2 was a lot of fun. I don't know why. I went into that movie dreading it for some reason, thinking that something was gonna... that I was just gonna have something about it that I wouldn't like, but no, I fucking loved it. It was a lot of fun. And in Zombieland 2, I saw previews for another movie that looked cool called Countdown. It was a movie, basically another horror movie. The premise being you download this app and it allegedly tells you how soon you're going to die. And the disturbing trend is so many of the people who download the app actually do die when it says they will. And yeah. And in about an hour, well, actually, in a couple hours, now that I think about it, in a couple hours, I will be going to the theater to watch this movie. And I intend to have fun while doing so. But yeah, once I'm done with this particular episode, once I got it wrapped, probably going to fire up Digimon World again. Worth mentioning, I have a new movie maker / editor program. I haven't really done anything with it yet, so I don't know the specifics of how good it's going to be. But, oh dear, that is indeed a crush depth. So anyway, I completely lost my train of thought. Hopefully the movie's good, but when I get back from it, I'm gonna rush through some more Digimon, because I want to get this done very, very soon.
All systems online.
Some polyaniline. Or no, some hydrochloric acid that will spawn some polyaniline.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. How many slots do I have open? Because that's going to matter. 1. I can get rid of the decoy system. I don't need it. Yeah, that can go. I don't use the decoy tubes at all. Didn't remember to grab the magnetite, like an idiot. So we'll just put both of these in for now. The shield generator is going to be a big deal, though. I looked it up. The shield generator makes me impervious to harm while it's running. It drains the energy like crazy, but that's not really that much of an issue given where we're about to go. You know what I mean? So let me see if I've got magnetite. If not, I'm putting the rest of this shit up for now. We'll deal with it later. Looking for 3. It occurs to me those might be the things. It doesn't matter. There's some right here. Perfect. So yeah, I almost forgot that the Cyclops boasts its own on-hand thingies. Lockers, that is. So as long as I don't get this blown up, we're golden. Decoy 2. Plop, plop, plop. Alrighty. Engines on.
Engine powering.
Just check here. So yeah, the shields turn on until I turn them off. Good to know. Good to know. Speaking of which, now each of these pulses is another energy. Hi. But again, look where we are. That likely won't be too much of a problem. go. At this point, all I really have to do is park the ship right on top of some lava and wait a couple minutes. And given where we are, I'll soon be spoiled for choice as to where I'm going to find that lava. Because look up ahead. See, I just park right here and it'll charge on up. Oddly enough, ship's not overheating. Go figure. Now here's the question, will I overheat? Answer, maybe. Yes, in this proximity I certainly will. No, bad fish. Now, part of me seems to recall that the shield will actually dislodge those little fuckers. But I don't remember. But yeah, note how useful that is, just in general. Yeah, that's pretty intense. We're actually going to cut the engines for a couple minutes. Just sit here, soak up some juice, and enjoy the fact that we're here. I did the stuff I needed to do. I have succeeded. So, while we're on that subject, let's oh, whoops. Damn it. Okay. Let me see. What are those lava fish things called? 1 second. There we go. You know what? We're sitting pretty here. We're actually gonna call it for now. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.